Hello everyone, I'm Priya Teli. In today's video, we are going to discuss about the company details form from placement management system. In previous video, we have seen PO registration. So uh, all the implementation is almost similar. So all these four important packages we are going to import. That is javax.swing.star, java.awt.event.star, java.awt.star, and java.sql.star. Here we have company details class which implements action listener. Then in this case also we have used all the same components, that is Swing components, JFrame, JLabel, JCheckbox, JTextField, JButton. Here the new thing we have used is JCheckbox. In the previous case we had used JComboBox. It is used to select any single option from multiple given choices, but we use checkbox in case we want to in case we want to select multiple options. Say suppose I'll show you how it looks. Here we can select multiple options. So for that purpose we have used checkbox, and all these are the objects for those components, that is email label, company label, b1 b2, email text field, all these are the objects of these components. Then this is the constructor. As usual we have these four methods. We have created these four methods, that is create window, set location and size, add components to frame, and action event method. And we have the implementation below. In create window method we call six important functions, like first of all we call our new frame, with the help of frame object. Frame is equal to new jframe. Then we have set title method, set bounds method, set background, and set layout. Then set visible, set default, close operation, and set resizable. This method is optional. If you want to use, you can. If you use false, you pass the value as false here, then the um, you can this maximize button will be disabled, and if you write here true, then it will be enabled. You can maximize the form, that is maximize you can maximize the frame. Then we have set location and size. For each component, for each object of the component, we call these three methods, that is set bounds, set background, and set font. As we have seen in the previous videos, we do the same for all the components. And for buttons we don't call the set background method, it because we have these default colors for button background colors. And the font we have used is Cambria, and the size we have used is 18. Then we have add components to frame method, where we add all these components to the frame, all each and every component, that is text field, label, and the here sequence is not mandatory. Here you can vary the sequence. It is just adding the components to the frame, because the location and the sizes are mentioned here itself, so it will be appear as per these coordinates only. So here's this sequence doesn't matter, you can add anyhow, but it should be added to the frame to be visible, else it will not be visible to, because even if it is not added to frame, it will not be visible to the user. The components need to be added. Then we have action event method. We add action listener to the buttons present in the form. So we have three buttons, we have added action listener to all these three buttons. Then we have action perform method. From action event class we have created object for the same. Then in the same way as we have seen in the previous video, we have this e.getSource get source method. So e.getSource is equal to save button, then the action for this save button is specified. Similarly we have done this for update button and for login button. So in case of save button, we are inserting these details which are entered into the database. So we have used here insert query, and else everything is same as we have discussed in the previous video. The new thing here is that the value which is selected from this checkbox is inserted into a single column. In my case, though it doesn't it is not valid, because each column or each field should hold a single value, that it should be atomic. So it is not satisfying the, in my case it is not satisfying the condition of normalization, because in my case I am inserting all these fields inside the same column. So in your case you can change the implementation, you can take different branch names as your column, and just you can place here yes or no. If selected then yes, if no then no, in that way. In my case I have done in this way. I'm inserting all these values in a single column by with a space given, and I'm appending these as per, if they are selected then they are inserted to the um, column. So for that purpose we have used each selected method, that is b3. This is the object for a specific branch for the specific checkbox. So if each selected is true, then we append this to the, we append if they are selected, and these values are inserted to the database. And this is the same as we have seen before, and then we insert this to the tables. And if the fields are empty, then we print the message as per the fields, that company id is missing, company name is missing, email is missing, in that way. And then also we check for if there is any previously entered data for the same user id. If it exists, then we also display the message that company id already exists, else the queries above queries executed and the data is inserted, else everything is same what we have seen before. And for update button we have used update query, as we had done or we have seen before. It is the same way. And this is for login button, that is if e.getSource is equal to login button, then we create an object for a login class to open up the login form, and then we set this frame visibility as false, so that this frame will be disappeared and that frame will be visible. Then we have main class here. Here we have our main method. We can have this main method in the same above class also, but in this I have taken this different main class, and inside that I am having main method where I am calling the object for the above class, that is company details class. Then the constructor for the company details will be called, and all these methods are called from there itself. We have these four methods which are called from the constructor itself. So that's all. In this way it happens. So let's see first by inserting some details. Let's say suppose when we click on the save button to save these details. So first of all, it will display the message company details registered successfully. If we want to update some details, say suppose I want to change something like suppose city, then we have to go to the update button. And if we click on the update button, it will first of all say that company id already exists, and it will say you can go for update or go to login, and then it will say data updated successfully. Then we can go for either we can go for login button, so it will open up the login form. The program for same we will see in the another next video. Till then, that's all. If you like my video, please like it and please subscribe my channel. Till then, that's all. Thank you.